Hello, my name is Eric Schauwecker. I am a math teacher at Galena High School. I teach Algebra 2 and pre-college math. This is my first year teaching. I just graduated from the University of Nevada in May with a Bachelor of Arts in Secondary Education and a Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics from the Nevada Teach program. Nevada Teach program was a very unique opportunity for me in college to be doing student teaching and be getting classroom experience from my very first week of school. So I've had a lot of experience in classrooms and at various levels and in various subjects all throughout my college experience. Like, this is my first year teaching, but I've been in a classroom effectively for a give or take cumulatively about a year so far. So this is my first year teaching. Technically, this is my first licensed year teaching. Like I said, I teach mathematics. I teach Algebra 2 and pre-college math. In both classes, I think a huge important theme that we've explored a lot of so far this semester is student advocacy and transparency. I'm a firm believer that if students have a voice and they have an opinion on something, that they should be able to share it, and especially when it comes to their education. If students don't like the way something is being done, then the culture in my classroom and the environment in my classroom is built so that students feel comfortable voicing that opinion. And we've already had things that some students didn't like the way it was done. I changed them, and now I've heard no complaints. I've asked students if they like the changes, and a lot of them have said yes. So we're constantly making changes to our class, constantly making changes to our classroom, but ultimately the ultimate goal is to give your students, your kids, my students, your kids, every single opportunities to succeed that they could, and more than they could even need. I believe in giving them every single resource that I can think of, and them using their resources as well, because it's very applicable to the real world for them to have their access to essentially unlimited resources all at the same time. So in terms of Algebra 2, assignments are being turned in through Teams, but students have the power to show them to me in person, and I can snap a photo on my iPad, or to just snap photos of them themselves and email them to me. That way students have multiple ways that they could be turning in assignments, because I know there's a little bit of inconsistency with the scheduling. Like, if a kid is absent one day, then they've essentially missed an entire week of my class. So I believe students should have the opportunity to turn in assignments however they feel comfortable with. I take assignments pretty much whenever, as long as it's within a reasonable amount of time as originally being assigned. In terms of pre-college math, all of our class is done through an online program known as Math Excel. So students have access to this at home and while they're at school, and all the assignments that they are given are posted there, and they are all due on the date of our midterm. So our first 2 units, everything is due the date of the midterm. Our last 2 units, everything is due the date of the final exam. So they have everything ahead of time. That way they can pace themselves, and I encourage them to stay on pace. Kids who fall behind to go ahead, and kids who are ahead to stay ahead and try old problems and try to get better scores and all kinds of things like that. So it's very self-paced in pre-college math, vastly different from Algebra 2. So that's just kind of a quick breakdown of both my classes. I'm usually available via email if you want to chat about your kids or life, anything, whatever you need to discuss. I'm available at eric.schauwecker at washoschools.net. That's eric.schauwecker. Yes, I know that's a mouthful. I've lived with it my whole life too. So I've had a great opportunity to get to know your kids so far this semester, and I look forward to getting to know them even more so. Take care.